Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Xbox. Now, I had a entirely separate episode planned for today, but as I logged on to record, it turns out there's a brand new update out, so let's go and explore what's in it instead. Now, I've had a little bit of look through the changelog, and I'm going to try and avoid spoiling what I've done behind me here. There we go, I moved it quite quickly. But, as you will notice first of all, off of first glances in our world, the colour textures on wool has changed. They've become much more vibrant. They're so much better. I really like the colour changes. They're a lot brighter than what they used to be. Remember dark green? That's probably changed quite a lot. And light blue has gone darker. These are much better, these colours. So let's start off here. So let's kind of go and have a look at some of the changes, because obviously they've changed stuff. I'm trying to also avoid spoiling you what I've done in the background. But we're going to need to make a couple things this episode. Now, one of the major changes that I was added was fireworks and shulker boxes. And you'll also notice this here. It's quite limited to what it does at the moment. It only seems to put arrows and maps in it. I think arrows is obviously for your spectral arrows. So if you've got a certain type of arrow you want to shoot, then obviously it will work that way. And the other thing it works for is a map. Let's get a map and put it in our hand so we can kind of have a look. So that's how it looks in our offhand. It's actually a little bit smaller than when you have it in your main hand. And I don't think there's a quick select just yet. So obviously it looks that big when you've got it in one hand. And it only looks that big in the other hand. Okay. So obviously I think that's for the elytra stuff. So when you're generating your world, you actually get the chance to generate a map and shoot yourself. But obviously you don't need to shoot yourself anymore because that entire system doesn't work. Well, the entire system of shooting yourself to fly does work. It's just the system of... There's so much better stuff now. You can actually... I need to go and grab myself some food from the potato farm, unless I've got some stuff here that can last. The bread should do me fine. But essentially, we're going to take a quick trip into the end, because I need to go and kill some stuff and get ourselves a nice little selection of shulker shells. Now, I don't think shulker shells guarantee drop. I just need to drop some of this stuff off that I don't need. There we go. Just enough space that I can fight them and pick stuff up. Let's take that with me. Let's put that on our hotbar. And that's my good bow. There we go. That should be all I need. So let's head straight into the end and let's get on with this then, because there's plenty to explore and there's plenty to see in these changes. The main thing, obviously, is I want to get a couple shulker boxes just so I can kind of see what they're like. I don't intend on using them, in all honesty. I just don't find them at all useful, if you know what I mean. So I do need to kill some endermen. So let's just swing at this guy. He doesn't hurt that much. So I'm trying to remember which one has our thing in. It's not the first one. I don't remember which one's which. Now, did I bring... Okay, I've got some stone on me I can use to pillar up. I don't remember which one's got our island in all honesty. I remember 2 of the 3 do. Let's just see what we can pillar up with. Hopefully, I get a couple off of the first couple shulkers that we fight. It should be dead easy with a bow, because it should keep you out of range of their stuff. Let's throw that through there. Is this the one with it? Yes, it is. Okay, so it seems that something was already shooting me as I left last time. There's all these arrows that have yet to despawn. But let's go and find ourselves a shulker. Now, this might have been the one that I raided on camera with you guys. There's one on the floor here. Let's wait for him to open, because he currently can't do very much. Oh, something hit me. Oh, no. Hit it, please. Thank you. So there's our first shulker box. Let's get underneath something before it hits me again with something else. It doesn't know where I am. Okay, so we got I think it's a guaranteed drop, which is nice. So is there anything else that... I don't actually know how to craft this. And I don't have a crafting bench on me. But I have picked up a couple here. And I only wanted to kind of run in quickly and grab stuff so I can test things. But we've now got ourselves 2 brand new shulker box shells. Which... shulker box shells. A shulker shell. There we go. It's like a tongue twister. I think I just aggroed. Nope, just the one. Man, they just delight to fly all over the place. This is actually the good one, I think. It's actually low down to the ground as well, which is dead easy to throw this through. Let's get the food off the bar, and there we go. Down we go. Let's leave. I don't want to be here any longer than I have to. I'm pretty sure the one to my left is also the one that doesn't have shulker stuff in. I think this one is the other one that does. I don't remember which ones are which. I know 2 of my 4 do. Nice end credits, why not? Is this where my bed is? Oh, okay. I guess I'm... So we need... Oh yeah, my bed's there. I was wondering. So, let's have a look. Where is it going to be? I'd have thought it'd be on here. So you need 2 and a chest. So I'm glad I actually grabbed 2. I obviously did that by accident. I didn't realize I needed 2. I thought it was 1 per thing. And let's grab 1 chest. And that's 1 shulker box. That doesn't make more than 1, does it? I think it's just 1. So that's 1 shulker box. So that's it. So that's basically your shulker box. Obviously, the big thing about these is you can pick them up and then just place it down anywhere. And the fact that they can also go in your ender chest, which is key. You can put a shulker box in your ender chest and fill it with whatever you want, which is really useful. Paper and gunpowder. Next thing we're going to have a look for is we're going to go and have a look at the fireworks. I wonder actually... I should probably pay attention to where my crafting benches are. I know there's one there. What we're going to do, I have actually got some secret sugarcane hidden around here, underneath where I flattened all the land off. I just kind of left it down there. I didn't think of anything of it, but I'm glad I need it now, actually, so I don't have to go all the way back to my base. So, we are looking for more gunpowder. That will do me nicely. I'm also looking for the crafting bench. There we go. Fireworks. How do I get on that page again? Type. There we go. So, do these just do it as they are? So if I think I need to actually give it a rocket, which means I need to give it some bone meal. Oh, I need bone meal. Oh. Okay, I have actually got some bones here. There we go. So let's go back to this page down here. Give it a white star. Sure. I don't know what this does. Oh, I actually need to make proper rockets. So these 2 that I've just made are blank ones, so they're no use. So I actually need to make stars, which is really annoying. I'd have thought that I could just do it with a plain rocket. I thought I could just fly with plain rockets, in all honesty. I don't actually know how this works. Let's not break that. So I'm actually going to have to head over and grab it anyway. So that's in the right place. Let's go and get ourselves some more paper. We'll figure this out anyway as we go along. It's the only way you're going to learn to play in this game anyways, to guess and learn as you go. There we go. Let's place these back as I go down, because I might as well leave a hole. See all this sugarcane that I left down here? It's as if I intended to use it for this very day. Probably not. It was just down here out the way. It's just a really easy access point to grab sugarcane. There's only 6 of it, but it's a start. So, there's a skelly there. I'm wondering if I can get past that skelly. As soon as I can get past that skelly, I can just fly out. Where's the skelly? Okay, he's dead. There we go. So let's get Fell Winters, and we will make a jump. Wrong bow. Okay. Okay, good job it's raining. I can put myself out. So, let's fly back down here. There we go. Oh, I missed it. 6 sugarcane. It's not a lot. It's a little bit. So, it's enough to get us going, though. So, I think if I do that... Are they rockets? I think I'm just making a rocket there. I don't know what I'm doing. This is really not very clear how it works. See, that's just a firework. I don't understand. Let me pull up the screenshot and let me see what we've got, because I don't understand how this works. Because maybe it doesn't work yet. I'm not too sure. So, I've got the image here next to me. Let me just make space so I can see it. Using a firework while gliding with elytra will now give you a boost. Oh, so you can't launch yourself off the floor. You actually have to be flying in the first place. Okay. That's a bit daft. Oh, maybe you have to jump first. Oh, okay, I guess that makes sense. So you actually just press your left trigger to shoot the firework while in midair. It's not too much of a boost. I guess you don't need to waste too many stars. It's just a bit of gunpowder and paper then. 2 farms that are farmable. It's actually really easy to use as well. It actually gets you up quite consistently in the direction that you want. So let's make a couple more fireworks. Let's actually go back to my base. It's actually quite quick. There we go. Has the colour on this house changed? I think it has. I think the colour has got a little bit brighter. We'll notice that when we have a look at all the brand new concrete blocks and things like that. Which, again, I don't really... I noticed they changed clay blocks to a different name. We're looking for sugarcane. There's 16 there. That's a start. There's no paper in there. Nope. I don't think I've got any. I'm going to have to go down to the sugarcane farm after all. I was avoiding trying to do it, but I guess I'm going to have to. So, yeah, we've got a couple new stuff. That colour's changed on there as well. That's brighter. That's my indicator of what colour's changed. So let's just... I know I've got plenty of gunpowder in reserve, which is actually good, because there's no easy way to farm gunpowder. Now, obviously, I need to probably make a good, proper automated sugarcane farm so that I can keep using my elytra over and over again. Because now I've got mending and stuff. Which actually, by the way, speaking of mending, almost lost the villager. Not trying to spoil next episode or anything, but essentially what happened is I made basically 90% of my villagers die in suffocation damage. It's a complete accident. It just logged into the world to just hear the sounds of dying villagers. Which just gives me the worry that stuff doesn't spawn behind glass properly. We're looking for gunpowder, which is going to be in here. Let's just throw some junk down here. We don't need 2 dirt. We don't need 4 sand. And I now know we don't need the fireworks star. That makes it even easier. So, let's see what we can make. Oh, wrong button. Meant to press that. So, we're going to need... Let's use about that many. So, we need to make some rockets. So, it's 1 rocket per 1 paper per gunpowder. Oh, okay. So, it's actually a lot cheaper than I thought it was going to be. So, we're out of gunpowder there. Let's get another 10 gunpowder. 50... Oh, 11. There we go. Let's make a full stack of fireworks. While we're here. 2, 3, 4. There we go. And we can obviously just make some more with the rest of the gunpowder and stuff that we've got. So it just gives us an incentive to go and hunt down anything else in the world. Now, really, what I should have done while I was over there is grab some more food. But luckily, I've got a chest full of stuff here. So we'll actually just use these for now and try and get rid of some of this cooked stuff that we've had sat around. So let's have a look for the rest of the stuff. So concrete is made with 4 sand, 4 gravel, and the colour you'd like to make. Now, these colours are a lot better in terms of colours than clay are. So I might start using some of these in the builds, because the hardened stuff, terracotta, is obviously just the same as clay. But I have plenty of gravel in reserve down here. It actually gives gravel a good purpose. I should have tried to test if it would have slammed me around. That's all hardened stuff. I don't think red sand quite works with it. But what we will do is we will grab a couple stacks of gravel. 1, 2. We'll grab some colours. The most useful colours I think I'm going to end up using is going to be white. The rest of them, you can kind of tell the colour changes in these. That looks a bit darker. These are a lot brighter. These are actually really bright. But I want to see if I can have a look at some of the white stuff. So I'm going to need to go and find some sand, which isn't a thing I would usually go looking for. I don't actually know the nearest place that I can get sand quite so simply. We might have to go and consult the map while I go and grab some food so we can have a look at these blocks. But yeah, the rest of the changes, besides the addition of the 48 new blocks. Let's see if we can shoot one as I'm flying. No. It doesn't seem to be able to be an easy alternative. There you go. So you kind of do have to still jump off things. Which is, it's okay. It's actually quite quick. There we go, let's land here. There is definitely some food in here, because I threw in some the other day. Yeah, there's another 5 stacks there. Nice and good for us. So, let's put that there. Should be fine with that. That can go on that stack there, saving me the space. I need to go and find some sand. So, let's go on a little bit of an adventure, shall we? Let's go off. Actually, I remember where the nearest sand biome is. I don't even need to consult the map. It's this way. straight towards in the direction of our Guardian Temple, which we found a couple of episodes back. So this is a lot easier to get around. I wish I could have had these a long time ago. So let's see how much do these actually hold. 'Cause I don't think I actually need to boost too much. So I barely felt like I needed to use them. Oh, rabbits! This terrain's just regenerated back in, I can see then, because rabbits weren't spawning here previously either. So that's nice. Another nice addition where we can go and grab. That was quite amusing. I didn't realise my controller battery thing was going to come up in the middle of that. But yeah, so now we got ourselves some sand. It's actually, you can see this slither that we've got as our edge of my world. Can I get through up here? Don't know why I keep using too many. Like, I need to pace myself with my fireworks. I'm learning that already. Like, I did not need to use any more fireworks than I did. So, let's have a look at some of these terracotta blocks. I know the hardened terracotta is you just cook hardened clay in a furnace, which I think I've got some hardened clay around here, actually. So, let's go and have a look, shall we? Before I craft some of this and have a look, let's go and get ourselves all the bits we need. So, I did not mean to hit that and drop off my elytra. I took out all the doors in this area as well because something was getting on my nerves that was not right. So, these look white. So, these are actually renamed terracotta. So, we've got white terracotta. So, how do I make the fancy block? Do I just put that in a furnace? I got too much stuff on me again. Get rid of the bucket. So I need to make a furnace quickly. I really should have gone to the furnace up top, in all honesty. 56, 8 for a furnace. I'm going to need something to be able to smelt it inside it. There we go. Wood. I also heard there was more stuff you could burn as fuel. And you can also get iron nuggets and gold nuggets from smelting stuff now as well. Let's just put a couple ones of these in. 5 times 1.5 is 7.5. I'm going to need one more. There we go. That'll do. 6 in there. And then they go in there and they make the white glazed terracotta, if I remember correctly. So, let's have a look. White. Let's have a look at white. I want to make quite a lot. So you actually make 2 stacks from 1 stack of sand and 1 stack of gravel, which is actually good because it means you don't lose anything. So it actually doesn't look too bad. And I can just pick it back up like that. And obviously when you add water to it, I need a good place to do this actually. Because if I do this wrong, I'm going to lose quite a bit of stuff. Oh, and it falls like sand. Oh, I forgot about that actually. I thought it was just a solid block, but I guess not. There you go. And there's the solid one. So the solid one is this white concrete powder, which actually is a nice bright colour to use on housing. Because it's a nice variation on this colour. Because I actually haven't used... A white house would stand out quite nice against this creamy colour that I've used in basically the entire world. It's just, I'd need to set up an area where I can quick farm it up. Like, maybe have, like, an ice tray. Ooh, these are really fancy. White glazed terracotta. There's all 8. And as you can tell, the furnace fuel was guessed correctly. So, these look very fancy. Oh, and they're directional as well. That's interesting to know. But yeah, I'm sure we can find stuff and uses for these. Let me try and get that running the right way. There you go. I've got a nice pattern on the inside. That one's facing the wrong way. There. Nope. It's actually kind of quite cool blocks to use these. A lot of people will be whinging at the fact that these are different blocks. But I like different. I think different's good. So let's put all this stuff away. So we've made ourselves some concrete powders, some concrete. I've heard the brown concrete powder is a very good block to use for paths. But maybe the grey ones, the darker coloured grey block, might be useful as well. There actually isn't a good access point to it from there. But yeah, so we've basically kind of just quickly glanced over all the brand new features in this game. We've had a look at terracotta, we've had a quick look at all the other stuff. The offhand is a bit daft at the moment with the maps and arrows and stuff, but I guess it makes sense for multiplayer stuff. There's a new thing for creative mode, which is about pick blocks. So obviously, if I went up to this, and say I selected it as my R3 button, I would click R3, and then a chest would appear here on creative mode. I think that makes most sense as well. There's a couple new things like note block sounds and other sounds like that. We've kind of looking at the list, we've gone over basically everything else. The default controls have changed, but to be honest, I haven't noticed the change. Whatever it wasn't important. But one thing we do need to keep an eye out now for is making sure we have fireworks on our hotbar at all times. Because these are going to be our life's best friend right now. Is the fact that I can just fly around my world, have a bit glance, instead of keep trying to shoot myself with the bow endlessly and realize that it doesn't work. But yeah, it's so much better now, and I'm hoping maybe with this update they made a couple changes as well that fixed mob issues. Because I've got an issue with this thing, spoiler alert for next episode, nobody gets up to this point in videos anyway. But yeah, essentially, got an iron farm going here, it started working and then broke because all the villagers died. But yeah, and that's for next episode. So until next episode everybody, I hope you've all enjoyed, and I guess we will do a nice little tutorial next time for an iron farm. And until then, bye-bye.